It's Danielle with Imperfect Dust. And if you are watching this portion of the video, then I'm going to guess you're catching this on replay. Today, we are going to be working with a really large sign that I got from Hobby Lobby. And I'm so happy that you're here. So even though this may not be live for you, I'd love for you to comment. Let me know where you're watching from and let me know if you enjoyed this video today. Okay, we will also be working with digital dust designs. So if you would like to have access to a digital library of over 380 at this point, hand-lettered designs, then go ahead and comment digital in the comments and I will send you a link to learn more about that library because today we'll be using one. All right, hey Samantha, I'm so happy that you're here. And today I'm actually streaming over on Facebook and YouTube. I have never done that before. So that'll be interesting. All right, as you hop on, look at this beautiful, let's see. I was gonna say, let me just tell you what it was before. I was gonna say artwork from Hobby Lobby, and it is. But I painted over the center. So this portion right here is like a paper. You see this artwork. I did not paint this. I don't want to make anyone think I did. Hey, Cynthia. But this is what I want you to do today. If you have followed me for any amount of time, then you know I love to walk the halls of stores, Hobby Lobby being the main one, but any store, and asking myself, what could I hand letter on that? Or could I change that up and make it my own? And so this one was just, it was a text font that said, I think it said, never grow up or something like that. And it was in the kids section. Well, I thought, what if we just paint this solid and get me a good surface and then I can hand letter anything I want on it. So this will be so cute with some gray lettering inside. And I decided to go into my Digital Dust library and pull a design. Now, if you're a Digital Dust subscriber, in the section of your subscription, like where it says welcome, yeah, Samantha, that was a good thing. But if you go in, there is a tutorial in the welcome section on a site called Block Posters. So Block Posters is a way that you can make those hand lettered templates that I've given you larger than this 8.5 by 11 that it normally is. And why would you need that? Well, because look how large this is. If I were to have printed this design just like this, it would have been too small. And so what I did is I measured from here to here, and I knew about how large I wanted it to be. And Block Posters will allow you to stretch that out, and you get to choose how many pages you want it printed out on, and then whatever size that is. So I will put this and line it up, and I'll let y'all see me taping it. I went ahead and cut some tape. And all I'm going to do is tape it here. Now, you for sure could go in and freehand. If you've taken my hand lettering class and you're feeling confident to do a hand lettered project all by yourself, go for it. These are so fun. If you find a surface that you want to redo, to just go in and go for it. But today, because I wanted to show what's possible with these, I'm going to use this graphite paper. If you followed me for any amount of time, you know that I love graphite paper. And what it is imagine the graphite in a pencil being all over this sheet. And we're going to lay it down because it's going to help us transfer. So I'm going to have 2 sheets. These come in packs of like 100 at a time, I think. And they're so cheap on Hobby Lobby. I mean, on Amazon. I can get you a link for that too. Actually, y'all know I've been telling you to comment resources for like the pens I use, some free practice sheets and things like that. Well, I didn't even think to add this graphite paper to that web page. So I will be doing that whenever I get off here. Okay, so I'm going to put this down and then I'm going to place this. Hey, Dylan. And I'm going to feel around until I get it where I feel like it's centered. And I know that you won't be able to tell this, but I'm feeling this circle in behind. And so I'm just going to kind of move it around. And I will say this, you could normally tape it down and I guess I could have still had some room, but this background is like a paper background. So I didn't want to peel it up and cause any issues. because I even had trouble getting the orange sticker off of it from Hobby Lobby, and I was really nervous it was going to ruin the whole thing. Hobby Lobby, stop doing that to us. Don't put your clearance stickers right here. Okay, now that that's down, I really hope, I think it's the shiny part, yeah. And look, when I'm going to do this, you're going to see some shading from this get on here that you may not like, and you can come in with a big eraser, like those big pink erasers, well, any eraser for that matter, but those work really well to get rid of it, so you don't have to fear, if you mess up. Okay, so I'm going to come in and trace. This part is a little bit of a process. You can either trace the whole thing or just the bones of the letter. It's up to you. For these print ones, I'm actually going to go ahead and trace the whole thing, because here's where I'm at with the paint pens. I wanted to use gray. And, oh, hey, Angela, I'm so happy you're here. I wanted to use gray, and the only gray I had was a fine tip Posca. And I was wondering how that would be, if it would be, so thin that it would take me a really long time. So I also brought my paint brushes out here. So we'll see. We might do a little one way and a little the other if the grays are close enough together, because I brought in this apple barrel, but then I also have this fine tip Posca. But I'm going to lay guidelines around, and what I'm doing is giving myself a barrier for whenever I do come in with either one of those. And I like to say that these digital dust files are like a little hack for you. And you, look, I know that's kind of far away. Oh, you're welcome, Dylan. Dylan is also a hand lettering artist, and he is super talented. Okay, I am going to lay these out, but I know this is kind of a boring process. But anyway, I say it's your hack because the problem I see most people have is like, well, I don't know how to center it or where to put, the words in the phrase and all of that. So this is hopefully a shortcut for you. That is what I want to provide. And if you get really good and you really want to go for selling your products, an active digital dust subscription allows you to use this artwork in whatever you make. So that's another thing, because this business has been such a blessing to me and my family, and I would love for you to experience that kind of freedom from it. Just having, even if it's a booth in your hometown where you sell what you've created, it's been great. That's how I got started, and I encourage you to do that. Okay, this one, I'm probably just going to go smaller. I actually think I'm going to be able to do the paint pen. I don't think it's going to take too long. So I'm going to move a little bit faster. If you're used to watching my reels, okay, thanks, Cynthia, for telling us that. Let's see. MJoy, yes, is that right, MJ? I'm sorry, MJ. I have a book. But what I was going to say before I get distracted with that is, if you're used to watching my reels, I speed this part up a whole lot. So this shows real time what it takes to get this transferred. Okay, and for these, I'm just going to do the bones for the sake of time. But yes, I have a book called Lettering for Absolute Beginners, and that's exactly who I had in mind whenever I wrote the book, the absolute beginners. And so if that is something that interests you, you can comment workbook, and my cool little AI system will send you a link to it. And you can decide if that is something that you would like. All right, I'm going to come in, and this is going to look really neat when I pull it back, because all of my cheat sheet will be transferred. Okay. Let's not call it a cheat. Let's call it a hack. That sounds better, right? We don't want to be cheaters. We're just hackers. It's not even that much better, but okay. Now, and I also want to talk about what I am hand lettering. So this says, praise God from whom all blessings flow. And I picked this one because I just saw like the greenery coming out, and I thought it was such a good I don't know, just like flow. It's just, I thought about it. And whenever I was going through the digital dust library, I thought that was a perfect one. And so this is called a doxology. And look, if you get out of the lines, it's okay. You just flow with it. And look, I use mechanical pencils. You do not have to. I don't know why I use mechanical pencils. Probably because it's what I have, because we homeschool, and it's just like I bought a huge pack at the beginning of the year. But I break them so much because I probably press too hard. So there's nothing special about the pencil I'm using. I just had it on hand. But praise God from whom all blessings flow is part of the doxology. There's we sing it every single Sunday at my church. And it says, praise God from whom all blessings flow. Praise him, all creatures here below. Praise him above, ye heavenly host. And then we say, amen. That's the only time you'll ever hear me sing on here. Okay, are y'all ready for this? Yay! Okay, so I'm going to move all of this, and I'm going to zoom in for you because that way you can watch me hand letter with it on there. Okay, and some of them I did everything. Some of them I just did the bones. But, got that little piece of lead out of the way. Oh, I hope I don't shake it too much. There's a little bit of just shade from that graphite paper. Let me bring this in, take y'all on a little ride. Might have to move this stand too. Okay, come a little closer. Okay, do you think a hack like this would be helpful for you if you're doing a hand letter project? To have, and it doesn't look centered because of the way the angle of this, but I promise it is. So let me show you from here. So this is what it's going to look like. But the angle of this webcam is making it look kind of wonky. Let me come up a little bit higher from the top. There we go. This way you can just watch as I letter on it. So I'm going to start with this Posca brand fine tip. And again, hey, Becca, I'm so happy to hear that. Oh, yes. Okay, so she mentioned being biblical in all the creations. And here's the thing. God is the only reason this business got started. I give him full credit and all the glory for it. And so I try to be very apparent on my page that if you follow me, you're going to get Jesus. I even say, like, if you love Jesus and have a creative side, then this is the page for you. But if it's not, like, it's okay, but you're going to hear about God like all the time. So, all right, if you comment resources, I will send you links to all my favorite things. And it has this Posca brand paint pen on it. And what I'm doing is I'm coming in on all those bones that I've created, pressing a little as I go, and it's depositing all that paint. I have found Posca to be my favorite because when you press, it's not as, okay, this is the brand I was using before, Painters, and it's not a bad brand. I don't want to bash it. It got me through about 9 years of sign making, so I do not want to bash it. But now that I've been introduced to these Poscas, I really do enjoy how the paint flows out of them. Now, these are more cost effective. Not going to lie to you there. But the Poscas just make the projects go smoother, in my opinion. So it's a little bit of a trade-off. And the Poscas are not as easy to find, although I think Walmart may have started carrying them. So, okay, I'm going to get a little closer and show you. Look at there. It looks a little darker on the screen to me. Let's see. Okay, I'm just making sure I didn't miss any comments. It looks a little darker on the screen than it does in person, but I didn't want to use black because usually I'm like black and white. But I just loved how this had a lot of, hope you can't see, but it has a lot of color in it. And so I wanted to come in with a gray to make it just more, not so harsh of lettering. Okay. And if I had this in a medium tip, it would be going by a lot faster. But the fine tip I'm going to be thankful for when I get over here. So let me come on in. Y'all, I almost did not go live today because I was getting ready and I go, oh my goodness. My husband left in my vehicle to take the kids somewhere. And my makeup bag was in the car. And I'm like, no. I called him. I said, will you be back before 11? He said, no way. And I said, well, they're getting me all natural today. It's all right. Because it's not about me. Okay. But I was like, imagine this is the one video that does really well or something. And I'm over here like, I wasn't wearing makeup. But it's okay. Okay. I'm going to come around. I love this flourish on the R. And just like that, it just gives that filler. If you've taken my online class, I go over why you should add some flourishes here and there whenever you're lettering a layout, because it will give you that space filled in really nicely. And you don't want a bunch of dead space whenever you have a hand lettered phrase. All right. And then the A. If you have taken my hand lettering class, I would love for you to let me know in the comments. Hey, Lori. Oh, thank you. Oh, y'all, I'm going somewhere fun tonight. My friend Sarah, y'all probably seen me share on her page. Share her page on my page. But the reveal of the home that she has been renovating will be on Magnolia Network tonight. And so if you have Discovery Plus, or there's another place you can watch it. I can't quite remember, but I shared her watch party link yesterday. So definitely check that out, because yours truly will have a sign hanging in her house. Oh my goodness, I am tickled to death. Does that mean I'll be able to say featured on Magnolia Network? I don't know. Does that count? It's a custom. Well, I can't say much, but it'll be great. That's what I'm supposed to say. Top secret. But I am so thrilled for my friend Sarah. She is such a beautiful, sweet soul, and I'm so thankful. And she's another one you can follow and know that you're going to hear about the Lord. She gives God all the glory for everything that he's allowed to happen in her life too. So she is definitely one to follow and watch. And her page, if you're new here, is Simply Southern Cottage. And she restored her 100-year-old home that was literally just in shambles. And she restored it. It's the home she lives in now. But then she also just continued on and started restoring lots of old houses in her town of Minden, Louisiana, which is just right up the road from me. And so I know her community is so blessed, because now she has Airbnbs where people can come stay. And now this is really going to put them on the map, since they're going to be on this show tonight. I'm actually driving over for the watch party at the house. So I'll be in the house watching it all unfold on TV. So cool. Okay. This is going to take me a minute. I did not realize you can't see all the little see-through dots, but I did not realize how this would take a minute, but I'm also talking at the same time. But yeah, look how easy it is when you have those bones laid out and you just come in and give it the body. Coming down. And if you notice, if you're new here, I would want you to pay attention to how, oh, Lori, I'm so excited you're going to watch. Pay attention to how the downstrokes are thicker. So in my class, I teach how to know exactly where to add that thickness, but it is always the downstroke. So as you're forming your letters, you just have to think to yourself, where did I go down? And then you're going to retrace in a new place. For instance, here you see that downstroke. And here. Lori, was it you or Sandy that told me about these pens? I got a whole box of these fine tips, and I love them. But you and Sandy are always giving me suggestions, and I don't know which one it was now, and I feel bad that I don't. Do you know Sandy? Because I feel like y'all have both been here for so long. I feel like you do. Sandy is usually on Alive with us. Okay. Come here. Now, see, this one, I would decided to go all the way around and show those bones, but with this one, I didn't. And as you gain confidence using these templates, You won't need to outline every single spot either, because you're going to remember where those downstrokes are, and it'll make it go by a lot faster when you're penciling, because you're only going to lay down the bones. Okay, now I'm going to come from here, and I have to take it one letter at a time, because you don't want to run into problems since it's paint with your hand here. Okay, Angela says Walmart does carry Posca brands in store and online. Great, that is awesome, because I don't think I had heard of Posca before, because I didn't really search the internet for paint pens. I always just got them. Let me get a little closer. I always just got them when I went to town. And so since I wasn't really looking, I didn't come across them. Okay, this is not working out. Hold on. I just feel like y'all are so far away. Can y'all see good? I feel bad. I just also normally do not letter on a sign this big. So it was kind of strategy. Like, do y'all see this? Can you see? No, you can't see it right now because I'm too zoomed in. But I have a milk crate that my computer is sitting on. I'm telling you, you don't ever know what's going on behind the camera that is getting the view that you're getting when you watch people on Facebook Lives. We do everything we can to get all the stuff that needs to be in the picture. And so today I had to use up my whole table where my laptop normally sits. And so I had to do a like spur of the moment setup right in front. Okay, now you'll get to see me add in when it comes to this. So you'll see that section, but then the downstroke, retracing in a new place and adding in that thickness. Here you'll see that was where I put the graphite paper, and then that is the new place. And the biggest thing is just to make sure your downstroke looks thicker than the upstroke. It's okay if you retrace on that upstroke as long as you don't get too crazy and make it so thick that it's thicker. Because I do bring, like right here, I might bring it up again, but I just stay on the same line I was on. I feel like I can go faster when it's just the bones laid down, because then I don't have to focus as hard. But like, there we go, here, here. And then that time I went on both sides, just making it even. You want a good balanced thickness on the downstroke. Thankfully today, this has not been too bad. So I was like in time, so I was able to use this paint pen, but you could always use paintbrush. It's just, notice how the paintbrushes are flexible. They have bristles. So this would be more like brush painting or brush lettering. And what I'm doing here is called faux calligraphy. Hey, Leanne, oh, I'm so happy that you're here. I really, really hope you get to come to the retreat in Kansas City. Oh, thank you, Megan. Okay, good. I'm glad y'all can see fine. Okay, here we go. And I have to kind of keep going because the paint dries pretty quickly. So you don't want to let it dry too much, and then you're going to have like a mess when you come back in. But all right, here's a downstroke. And see, it just brings those letters to life. And then this was just like a little filler because praise God from whom all blessings flow. And so that's something else in the class that I talk about is emphasizing words and making them stand out with little flourishes like this. Wait, I'm going to do it letter by letter so I don't mess up the side. Okay, here's the downstroke. Okay. And right there, those little dots you see, you might not be able to see them that well, but that is where the page overlapped. So if you're just hopping on, I used, hey, Rhonda. Hey, Rhonda is here. She's the one who's hosting the retreat. And y'all, I'm so tickled to death to partner with her. She reached out to me, and if you haven't heard me talk about this yet on the page, because I know there's some new watchers here, Rhonda is hosting a creative faith retreat in Kansas. Well, no, not Kansas City, Newton, Kansas. that right, Rhonda? Let us know the details. And it's at the Whatever Craft House, which I've never been there, but the pictures online are amazing. And it just looks like a place where all of our creative juices can flow. And I'm excited about that. And so Whatever Craft House comes from Philippians 4:6. That is like, you know, whatever is lovely, whatever is pure, whatever is noble. I don't know them all in order from that Bible verse, but it's like, think on these things. And so that's where Whatever Craft House gets its name. And Rhonda is hosting it as a creative faith retreat. So she has actually written devotions that we will do at the retreat. And then there will be different sessions. So she will teach a session. I'll teach 2 sessions. She's teaching more than 1 too, but it's like, we'll kind of go back and forth, and I'm just considered a guest artist, and I'm so thankful that she asked me. It'll be really fun. My first time ever doing a retreat like this. Okay, here we go with blessings, and I'm going to come around. This one, you know, okay, like from, and well, this one is not quite the same, but from, these are also print, but I still kind of follow the same thing of the downstrokes are thicker. So in the online class, you also get print letters, and I do go over that as well, but it's just same thing. You're going to do those downstrokes a little bit thicker. And like this one, let's see, right here. I'm just going to add that thickness. So it kind of just brings it to life, and I love it. Y'all, I'm going to sell this at a show I have coming up this weekend because it's so big that I didn't want to put it on the website to ship it. Or that's what I was going to do, but I'm kind of wanting to keep it for my house because I just love this so much. And these colors match my house so good. Maybe I should just put like a really big price tag on it at the show and then hope it doesn't sell. And if it doesn't, it's meant for me. I don't know. But I just love it. Okay. And then I'm just covering up all those pencil marks. But if you say, oh, you know, I messed up on my pencil marks, and you can kind of change course as you go. And then you can come back in after all the paint is dry with your big pink eraser and erase what needs to be erased. Because it does happen sometimes that you get out of line when you are transferring, or you might have a random mark that you didn't intend to do. But there's always a way to save it. I like to think there's no mess ups, that we can figure it out, make it, even if you mess up and you're like, oh, what should I do? You can make it a flourish, like pretend it was meant to be there. Although one time I did misspell a word on a huge sign. If you've been following me since that happened, then you've been here a minute, but I shared a picture of this. I mean, probably it was a 2-foot by 4-foot sign, and it had the most lettering I've probably ever put on a sign. Well, except that one time someone got me to do their wedding vows, and it was just way more than that. So never mind. It wasn't the most, but it was close to. But the word was fulfilled. Somebody drop in the comments right now, how do you spell the word fulfilled? And I pride myself in being a good speller. Let's just see. What do you say? Fulfilled. But see, it's not fair because you're going to type and you're going to have autocorrect. And I didn't have that while I was hand lettering. Lori, y'all sing this every Sunday at morning service. That's what we do at our church. Actually, we sing this as the offering is being brought down. Like they take up the offering, and then when they're bringing, like the elders of the church are walking it down, we all sing the doxology. Okay, I'm seeing some fulfilleds come through. Okay. Looks like Kristen and Samantha know how to spell it. So I cannot believe I did this. I put F-U-L-L, like full, F-I-L-L-E-D. So I put fulfilled, all as one word. And it was in paint. Okay, this is getting a little dry, so I'm going to come over here to a sheet of scrap paper I have and just kind of daub it to get that paint flowing again. But oh, you remember Lori was here for it. I cried. You have no idea how long I worked on that. And I started squalling because what happened is a sweet follower messaged me and said, you misspelled a word. And I honestly thought they were joking with me. And Samantha was like, I know what you did. Okay, it's still kind of dry. So y'all, let me show you a trick. You take this out, you flip it around, and you get a fresh tip. And then most of the time that helps get that flowing easier. I do that with the painter's brand and this brand. So there you go. Little tip for you there. But I just started crying because whenever I realized that she was not joking, and I had in fact done that, I was like, what am I going to do? Because this is painted. So who do you think came to the rescue? My sweet daddy that y'all know I've been sharing about this week. My daddy was like, it's fine. We're going to fix this. So he got some sandpaper and we sanded off the word fulfilled. He was able to repaint it, make it. I was like, there's no way. It's going to look terrible. Everybody's going to know that that word was taken off. And then, but no, he fixed it. And then I was able to go back in and write fulfilled in the correct way. So thankful for him. I'm telling you, this business would not be where it is today if it were not for my daddy either. So God and my daddy keep it alive. Okay, and he's doing so good, y'all. I know you probably saw his picture yesterday that I posted. He is doing so good, but he is also chomping at the bit. He was like, I think I can do these left-handed. And I said, Daddy, take it easy. You do not have to do that. But we do have a lot of blanks put back for the hem boards. And so he said, I think in a few weeks, I'll be able to get back at it. And so I'll keep y'all in the loop. Make sure you're on my email list. I don't even know how to tell you how to get on there, though. I don't have a link for you or anything. But as soon as we get things, going, I'm going to be sending an email to my email list. Sorry, I don't have a way to tell you how to get on it. Yes, Kristen, I'm so thankful for him. Okay, last word, and I'm just going to come down in a new place on these downstrokes one more time. I love the cursive F. There is another way that I teach it that is really cute too, but this is my favorite way to do the letter F. Okay, and then I'm going to come around, down. And L's are super easy. Just thicken up that one downstroke. O, come down on that left side. Okay, have y'all seen this sign in your Hobby Lobby with the other words on it? I think it said never grow up, but I can't even remember now because I painted over it before and I forgot. But it was just a print font that said something for a kid's room. I wonder if it said never grow up, it's a trap, but I don't think so. It was more like subtle than that. I don't know. Okay, here we go. Last little flourish. And I'm going to thicken up just that spot right there because it's kind of down and here. Can y'all even? Oh, yeah. Okay, you can see that. All right. Now, I could come in and like add some stuff right here. I kind of want to. What do you think? Do you think? Because sometimes we do too much. What do you think of this? Okay, hold on. Let me stand up. Look. Oh, my goodness. I love it so much. I think I'm going to leave it. Okay. This is so good. Y'all, I don't want to give this away. Like, I don't even want to sell it. I don't. I really want to hang this in my kitchen. Yep, I'm doing it. It's not for sale. It's not for sale. I can't because I have the perfect spot for it. And that's why it just dawned on me. I'm going to keep it and I'm going to show you where I hanged it. I'm not even taking it this weekend. But, okay. Let me show you up close. Do you see some? No, you really can't tell. But there are some smudges here, like of the graphite paper, not the paint. So once everything dries and I know we are safe to come in with it, I'm going to come in and just hit that really good with the eraser. Get rid of all those remnants of the graphite paper, because that's what has happened, is it's just kind of transferred onto it. All right, and then I see some pencil marks here that I'm going to cover up. And you could literally look at it all day and say, there's another pencil mark I'm going to cover up. So you could tweak it and keep going. This one's a little bit pencil marks. But one thing I love about these paint pens is they are matte. So you won't be able to tell, like, I'm coming back over it, but you won't be able to tell. It's not like overlap with the paint. Okay, yeah, Lori, I got to. I just got to. So again, if you are new here, we used a digital dust template with block posters. So this is blockposters.com. If you go there, then what I used was if you have the digital dust library, again, if you want to know more about that, just comment digital and I will send it to you. But I'll go into the library, I pick which one I want to use in my project, and then I take it into block posters after I have measured the space that I want it to be. And then I have a tutorial in there that shows you how to do this. And so then you will make it as big as you want. Mine had to be printed on 2 pages, taped them together, put that graphite paper down, laid this on top, traced with pencil, and then painted with the paint pen. So y'all, I really hope that's a great hack for you. If you are not confident to do your own hand lettered projects, this would be a way to get you more comfortable with it and take out the guesswork when it comes to how to lay out the letters. So there's a library of over 380 designs at this point, and I would love for you to hop in and see what it is all about. And I'm here if you ever have any questions. You can email me, Danielle at imperfectdust.com. So thank y'all so much for tuning in today. It's been so fun, and I can't wait to show you where I hang this in my kitchen. I had a sign above, like near my dining room table, that fell off the wall and broke. And so I haven't ever replaced it. And I'm like, okay, this is it. This is the perfect replacement. So, okay, Samantha said, oh, that is so funny. She said her dog has been watching me after she walked away from her phone. Hey there. Oh, Barbara, you can. So if you're looking more for, like, let's say you do not want to necessarily jump to templates, you want to learn how to hand letter yourself, comment the word beginner, because beginner is going to teach you how I freehand, like how it's going to teach you actual lettering techniques and how to learn how to hand letter on signs the way that I have for the past few years. Well, yeah. Next June will be 10 years this has been going on. So that is how you'll find out how to hand letter. But if you're interested more in templates, that's when you comment digital. So you're welcome, Samantha. And again, on this page, you're going to get a little creativity with the lettering, a whole lot of Jesus, I hope, and encouragement. So if you love those things, then I would love for you to follow along on the page and just be a part of it all. You can also find at Imperfect Dust on Instagram. It's on YouTube. I just got a TikTok. I don't even know what I'm doing with myself. I was very anti-TikTok, so I'm over there too if you want to look. It's a lot of the same content, but I'm like, if I'm already making it, I'll just repurpose it and send it out in all the directions. So yeah, Instagram, Facebook, and now TikTok and YouTube. Okay, thank y'all so much. I really appreciate you being here, and I hope that you got some encouragement from this today. Okay, I'm gonna have to pop up and like come click around. So bye, y'all.